Alright, I'm a little early for class number 1, but I wanted to get started just for a minute to make sure it was all up and running and get people a chance to come in. So I'm just going to hold off for a minute, make sure it's set up okay. As you join, just let me know you're here so I can see who's watching, who's here, how many people I'm talking to. But I'm going to give it a couple minutes just to see if we got it all up and running good and everybody will be able to hear me okay. So, looks like everything's up and running pretty good. So as people join, you can comment however you want, ask questions however you want. If you have any kind of things to say, you're more than welcome to comment on it. But I'll just do the class like I normally would. There were a bunch of people that said they were going to come, so I had to do a little change on it and switch it to our main page instead of the event page that we had originally posted, because I didn't realize you couldn't do it in events. You could only do it in pages and groups and stuff like that. So I apologize for people who are coming late and jumping over and missing out on a little bit, but the good part about it is the video will be posted, so anybody can watch afterwards and catch back up. So I apologize that I had to wait for and switch it over. So I'm hoping those people find their way here and find their way to the actual post and to the live video. I'm actually going to end up sharing this while I'm talking right now, just to make sure it's sent out to everybody who was going to join and may have forgot about it, may have gotten stuff in. So just give me a minute and I will just see how this works out. I would like to take my time on this video, so those of you who are going to come back and watch it, feel free to skip through all my talking in the beginning and only to the points that you need to know once we get started on the class. And I apologize for the delay in the beginning, but that's what happens with live. Sometimes you just kind of have to go with the flow and see how it all works out. Woohoo, we got some more viewers. As I said, I'm learning how to work with this. This is only my third real live one. This will be the class, so it's a little different than the rest, but we're still working out the kinks with technology and learning how this all works. And we had a little issue with our office, so I'm actually crammed into a new temporary office right now, so we had to do a whole new setup. So I'm kind of just going with the flow and hoping that we kind of get this done right. So I apologize if anything's off today. But I'm hoping that you at least take away what most people do out of the first class anyway. So that's my goal. And to do that, I want to make sure I take my time, kind of get everybody to be on the same page, learn a little bit from each of it. So please just, if you want to throw something out there or have some questions or anything like that, let me know. and I'll try to answer it as we go along. Alright, I don't want to have too much delay in the beginning because I don't want everybody who's going to come back and watch this later to be kind of having to listen to all the jumble in the beginning and waiting on me. Alright, so I got a message that we can't find it. Hang on, let me see if I can... see if I can get the main post up so everybody can find it. Whoops. Let's see. There's more people that found it, so some of you found it. That's good. You might have to let me know who's here because I can't see who's here on my part. So if you're watching, you'll have to kind of comment to let me know if somebody's there watching. But I think some of you found it. Let's see. I'm still trying to get it to go. Alright, so I'm getting a few messages real quick that some people are having trouble finding it. So let me make sure this is all up and running. I don't want to get started before there's some people waiting. So, again, I apologize that it's kind of started off slow. But I want to make sure that the people who are planning on being here for the live part of it do get a chance to be here. And this is exactly why I started a little early, because I didn't want to set up with this, make sure it's all running right. Woohoo, some of you made it. Shannon's hello. Donna, if you can make a post for me, please, in that event group. I tried to make a post, but send out something in that group to let them know that it's on the main page. For some reason we couldn't do it on the event page. I was hoping it would be a lot easier that way, but it wouldn't allow me to do it. So please just send something out to everybody that says to come to our main page, or if you can share the actual link to it. I tried to share it too and it didn't come up, so maybe share it if you can, please, Donna, because I'm trying to get people here. For some reason it just kind of turned out a lot worse than I thought, but technology, it's definitely learning. So, shoot. Oh, I'm still here. Alright, so some of you did make it. Good. So, I'm glad some of you did find your way here. I apologize to everybody else who's not making it. I'm trying to make sure they get it here and share it and get it in the right direction. I shared it to the Kentucky Coupon Savings group. I shared it to the Moms group with Vicky's group. So if you are in either one of those, you should have it on top of somewhere up there and get linked to it. Other than that, I don't really know any other groups that everybody's in, so I was trying to cover the basis of the Kentucky groups that I know most of us came from. But I don't want to chit-chat too long because I don't want to leave a lot of you in the gap in the middle. So I'll get started. For those of you who are here, thanks for making it here. As people join, they can jump in. If not, they can always watch it later, and I can answer questions online at any point. So I don't want to leave everybody hanging and waiting too long for those of you who are here. So first of all, for those of you who don't know, I run Pass It On Incorporated, which is the page this is on. And so the Shannon showed up. Good. I'm glad some of you are finding your way. I run Pass It On Incorporated. We're a new nonprofit. This is our second year running. We do a lot with coupons, with savings, and getting people to get the best deals out of their money. For those of you who have started couponing, which most of you probably have, at least tried somewhat, you know that you can save a lot with it. So our job is to teach you and build you on to the steps of getting the best deals so that way you can save in every area of life, not just in the personal care items that you see couponers get. So my job is to do that, to teach you that. We also have other programs where we send expired coupons to the military. We have usually like $50,000 worth of coupons that go out a month. We have other programs that work out with Greenhouse 17, the women's shelter, where we learn how to they learn how to build their life back from an abusive situation, and they can start all over. So we've worked with them, and we kind of do bits and pieces of other things here and there. We also have a household program that we help give cleaning supplies, personal care items, baby supplies, everything to a family in need. And because we are so good at this couponing thing and the savings and finding the best deals, we can usually give a family of 4 about $150 worth of items for only $5. So you know, if you have seen the coupon deals, that's what we do. We do it to help them out. So this is why we do what we do, because we can save, but we also want to share the knowledge because you know that it's out there, and some people just need a little help by seeing it, and that's probably why most of you are here. Sometimes it's a little scary at first because it's a whole different way of changing your planning and your thinking and your shopping. We're used to doing something by habit, going to the same stores after work, and we get used to it, and we need to change that a little bit. So with that being said, I will get started a little bit on what we do. I hope most of you have gotten a chance to look at that paper I had on the PDF event. But if you haven't, don't worry about it. I have the pictures ready to use. So if you didn't get a chance to do that, you can always go back to the event and download that paper for yourself and save it. But one of the first things I like to point out is that we deal with a lot of low-income family ideas. And it doesn't mean you have to make $17,000 or less to be considered helping to save. What we do is take this as an example, because even if you make more money than $17,000 and that's the low income, even if you make more than that, usually your expenses are more. So the more you make, the more you seem to spend. So we just use that as an example. So if an annual income is $17,563, which is the average for low income, usually that average family will spend $24,000 in expenses. Well, most people understand that you can't really spend $24,000 if you don't have it when you only make 17. So that's the problem. A lot of people are spending with money they don't have. You run out of money for food. You can't pay rent for a month because you got to save it and put it towards food, or you need toilet paper. Who's gonna live without toilet paper? I know I don't want to live without toilet paper. I need it. When I need it, we need it, right? So there's some things that we have to buy that we really can't avoid. But here's how it works. A family gets an annual income of $17,000. So I have $17,000 in my hand. This would be my average for a low-income family. The first thing they say we spend money on is housing. Based on an $800 a month housing payment, mortgage, rent, that includes utilities, anything that you have to pay for to have the electric on, the bills running, everything like that, you're going to average spending is $9,000. Now that we can kind of skimp with. We can take it and we can change it, and we can get a smaller apartment. We can cut our rent down by putting 2 kids in 1 bedroom, and people do it all the time. It's normal to do that. For people who don't have the money, it's normal. So we can probably cut some of our housing down just by buying or renting a certain size house. And we're going to just take $7,000 for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These cups behind me represent the different parts we have to put our money into. So if we have $7,000 and we're putting that towards our housing, we're going to put that in our housing cup. Now with housing though, we only have so much to spend, which means if we take some money out of this at any point, you know, we're out of a house. We have no roof over our head. So this is the type of cup that we want to keep on the side and say we don't want to touch that because it's not something we can take money out of. We also have some other areas that we can use: food, healthcare, education, entertainment, alcohol, transportation to get to work, and other. The other category fits the toilet paper, the personal care items, the cleaning supplies, your laundry detergent, anything extra that you may need for, you know, the regular household running. So the next day, a lot of people like to say in our classes, kind of like to talk and ask who or what our next category would be, and most people usually say either transportation or food. So in that case, food, let's just round it to $3,000 annually for food. So let's take $3,000 of our annual savings and put it in our food. The next one is transportation, and that includes gas if we have to get to work. That includes the car payment if we have to have a car payment, anything like that. The average is $4,000. So 1, 2, 3, $4,000 into transportation. We started with $17,000, and those 3 categories are already covered, but we only have $3,000 left. But we still have healthcare, education, alcohol, and entertainment. Now, and when I ask my classes a lot of times with this part, what the next part we'd want to use, I get a bunch of mixed answers. So if I only have $3,000 and I have a few categories left, where do I put it? Some people actually say they want it into the healthcare part. A lot of people say that they don't want healthcare because, well, you know, you kind of have to do it at the last minute. You go to the emergency room and you use it. So they skip healthcare. Some people want the entertainment because, let me tell you, a lot of people who take the classes, and I'm sure some of you have kids out there, and you need a little time away. Even if it's going out and letting them run at McDonald's, any kind of entertainment will help get you away from the house for a few minutes just to keep your sanity. So entertainment is important to a lot of people. But we only have $3,000 left. In the other category is still that toilet paper. So how important is it to get rid of some of that toilet paper? If we were to take $2,000 and put it to other, we're down to $1,000, and maybe we have to get some kind of education stuff for our kids. We have to get some kind of entertainment for ourselves, and we can split up this $1,000 left throughout the year, do a little bit of getting out for ourselves and a little bit of buying the kids book bags and all that kind of stuff. So we can put that in the other category, or in the education category. But the problem is, what happens when something goes wrong? Transportation, your car breaks down. There's another $500 bill. The kids needed expense for some kind of field trip, or something goes wrong. Entertainment, even somebody's going out or something and you need to have this money at the last minute. You're going to have to take the money from somewhere. We're left with whatever's left in those cups, we have to take it from. So the problem is, where do we find the money to get it from? Well, the point of this whole thing is the fact that you don't have to take it from just anywhere. From learning and changing a little bit of your shopping habits, you can take it from any of them, really. If you start learning how to save between 90 and 100% in your personal care items with coupons and savings and deals and rewards. Donna wants a chat log. You can write the comment part. I got that, but I don't know about any other chat log. Just that. You can chat on there all you want. I can see you. But if you get 90 to 100% on the personal care items like shampoo and conditioner and cleaning supplies and all that, the toilet paper, if you can save that much in that area, that's saving you almost $2,000 in that area for the year, which means that $2,000 can easily be put into better rent, so you have an extra bedroom in your house. You can put it into a savings account where you can have pay for bills if something comes up, the transportation, a car, if something happens with the car. Now you have that extra $2,000 to play with that you weren't normally spending on toilet paper, or you were normally spending on toilet paper. Same thing goes with food. If you can save with food, and 50 to 90% is a lot. The average usually for food is probably around 50 to 70%. But that's still a huge savings, and 50% off that $3,000 is still $1,500 a year. So that alone can make a huge difference. When you start saving in things like the personal care and the food, you're going to start realizing that even the craziest of bills, the craziest of things you're going out to buy, clothing, and you start buying cars, and you start buying things for your house, or those things you won't want to spend full price on, because it's starting to realize that you can save on all these areas that makes you want to save more. So no matter what you do, it kind of becomes addicting, and you want to save more and more and more and more. And that's what you want to do. You want it to be addicting. You want it to be savings. So if you got a chance to download some of that paper, then you'll be able to follow along a little better. But those are the ideas, is to start saving in all the areas. So some of the things to keep in mind before you even start using coupons together is to start thinking of the term save. Of course, save is easy to remember. Save. S for shopping at different stores is going to get you the best ideas, or the best deals. If you shop at different stores, most people don't. If you shop at one particular store because you're driving home from work and you pass it all the time, say you pass Kroger all the time, that's where you're going to go do your grocery shopping, you're better off thinking of some other places and getting into some of those other places than just everything on your path home. You'll get the better deals. Most people don't think of shopping at CVS and Rite Aid and Walgreens because they're really expensive when it comes to the food, or when it comes to the actual amount. But you can actually get a pretty good deal at those places, better than most of the other stores. So you have to start changing your mind and start getting out of the routine of always shopping at those same regular pattern stores. A means always plan your shopping trip. Make a list and stick to it. This is the hardest thing for anybody to do. And I am definitely one to know that it's the hardest thing to do, because even now, even knowing this, I still have a hard time sometimes doing it. Because life gets in the way and it's hard to do that. But the biggest thing with this is plan. If you have kids, if you have little kids with you, definitely make sure you plan your shopping trip so you can get in, you can get out, and so that you don't have to buy them anything. Most of the time when you buy kids, oops, sorry, I'm adjusting things. Most of the time when you get into the store, there's a time when your kids want something and you'll pick it up because you want it, and guaranteed it's not on sale, you don't have a coupon for it, it's just to keep them quiet, keep them moving, so you can have your sanity and walk out the door without strangling them or anybody else in the store. So just try to plan out them, take snacks with you, have snacks ready for you, and even that makes a simple thing of planning your shopping trip a lot easier. V is for valuable brand names, or can actually be cheaper than those store brand names. Like getting the P&G coupons and using a P&G coupon on the P&G brands can actually turn out to be a better deal sometimes than going to the dollar store and getting some off-brand runny shampoo and horrible conditioner. You can get a better deal on those good ones and feel better about what you're buying. So just keep an eye out for some of those. They not always are they the better deals, but sometimes, most of the time, those valuable brands that we really love are actually cheaper. And E, this is an important one. Extreme couponing is too much for families. Only get what you need for 3 months for your family. There's no reason to shop and have 3 cartloads. You will take 6 hours in a grocery store, and I don't know about you, but I don't have 6 hours to plan, and I don't have 6 hours to shop. So there's no reason for you to plan a shopping trip that's going to take you 6 hours to go through. There's no reason for you to plan to sit down on a Sunday and plan your deals for 6 hours. There's just no reason for it. You just pick up what you need and, don't overdo it. You're going to end up spending more out of pocket if you do it that far. So when it comes to the basics of coupons, and this is pretty basic with everything, you see these coupons all the time. These are the ones that come in the newspaper. This is how a coupon is set up for pretty much everybody, everywhere, and all the coupons we see out there. There's, of course, sometimes you may see some things on there that aren't on others, but for a general purpose, the P&G brands are normally the ones that come out, and they're regular coupons, so they're good at getting their coupons exact and very detailed. But this is what you're going to see. One, you're going to see an expiration date, and the difference with the expiration date is if it says it expires today, and today's the date on it, you have until the end of close of the store close that you're using it at, or midnight, whichever comes first, to use that coupon. So I have had people tell me that they've been in Walmart and waited until 11:59 almost to check out. But as long as you get in there before midnight on a store that's 24 hours, they should take the coupon with no problem. But the expiration date expires today. It expires at the end of today. The other part of a coupon is the manufacturer type of coupon. They have a manufacturer coupon. If it says manufacturer on it, it can be used anywhere. There are some exceptions to this. Some stores may say they won't take it if it has a logo on it, like CVS is specific to that. If CVS tells you they don't, on their coupon policy, they say they won't take one with another store logo on it, they can't take it. But all stores should take a manufacturer coupon. And it will tell you somewhere on the coupon if it's a manufacturer's coupon. So it may not be on the top, but most of the time it is on the top, so take a look for that. It can also say store coupon on the top, which would mean it would be a store coupon, or it would say the name of the store if it goes directly to the store. There's also a manufacturer insert. Sometimes P&G brand saver tags their coupons. The good part about that, it's really not there for anything, but the good part about it is when P&G has some big deals going on, they let you know what their products are, so you'll be able to find them pretty easy. The coupon value. Now here's the one about the coupon value. In this case, the sample coupon is $2 off. That means that you get $2, they're giving you a $2 discount on whatever product they're offering. So it's a $2 discount on one Swiffer in this case. If it was $2 off of 2, you would have to buy 2 products to get $2 or to get the $2 off. Oops. So I hope that makes sense. So if I was buying, one thing, it could say $2 off of 1. I'd have to buy 1, and they're giving me a $2 off of this discount. If it said $2 off of 2, I'd have to buy 2 things, and I'd have to have 2 of these for it to count to take off the $2. But that's where it tells you what the value of the coupon is worth. Another part that's really important, and this is probably one of the 2 most important parts of the whole coupon, is the purchase requirement and exclusion section. These are the details of the product that it's good for. It's very important. It's usually right under the value of the coupon. It's near the picture, but this is more important than the picture. The picture means absolutely nothing. The picture means absolutely nothing. the picture's just there to catch your eye. It's just usually colorful and bright and probably a product that's expensive. But it doesn't mean it's what the coupon is always good for. In a lot of cases, P&G may have a lot of Swiffers, but in this case, they may put the most expensive picture Swiffer on there so that they make you buy it, because if you go to the cashier, sometimes they'll tell you, oh no, it has to be this one. If that's the case, you read the fine print in the purchase requirement and the exclusion section, because that is more important than the picture. They can't fit all the pictures on there, so they're going to try to sell you the biggest and most expensive thing they have. But pay attention to the requirement and the actual wording on there. So in this case, it was one Swiffer, and it was specific to the Swiffer starter kit. And then it also has the exclusions. A lot of times it excludes the trial and travel sizes. So just be careful you don't pick up those trial and travel sizes for a coupon that excludes it. But that's the important part of the whole coupon. Make sure you follow those rules to what products you're allowed to buy with it. But that also goes into the limits of use section, and that's usually on a P&G coupon. That's usually those bright red lettering it has in there now. It wants to draw your attention, but it's also the fine print that you have to read carefully. So just like you would have to read any small print carefully to make sure you know what you're doing, you have to do the same thing on coupons. So when you look at a P&G, you'll see it says limit of 4 like coupons per purchase. That's their general rule, 4 coupons, 4 like coupons when you're buying. So you can buy 4 products, but you need 4 coupons, and that's all you can use. After that is too many. They don't want you to overdo it. So just stick with the limit of 4, and that's kind of the general rule when it comes to most coupons anymore. But that's where it tells you if it is. If it doesn't say it in that section, then you're good to go, and you have to go with the coupon or with the store, and whether the store limits anything. But for the most part, if you follow those little limits of use section where it tells you all about how many limits you're allowed to have or how many coupons you're allowed to use, and you're following that, then you're good to go. They also, in that section, they also have for the consumer. That means nothing for you. Basically, that's just telling the store how to redeem the coupon. Now, the good part about that little section where it says for the consumer, or it says consumer, please send to P&G something, 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 and it gives an address. That will tell you it's a manufacturer's coupon. So if for some reason a coupon is out there that doesn't say manufacturer's coupon and you have no idea if it's a manufacturer's coupon or not, check for that little small address that goes to the retailer, or it says retailer to remit address. Make sure that's on there. If that's on there, it's a manufacturer's coupon, and the store can get reimbursed for their money. So there's no reason why a store can't take it, because they're going to get the money back for that. So just check for that address. If you don't know if you're not sure if it's a manufacturer's coupon, check for that address. It will give it away immediately. And the last part, really, that's not important to you is the barcode. Barcodes are simply there for just so the store can make it easier. With technology now, they make the barcode just so it can scan easier, and we're not standing there typing in all the coupon codes and all that stuff. So there are some people getting in trouble with messing with the barcodes. So as long as you're not messing with barcodes and changing barcodes or doing anything silly with the actual physical coupon, there's nothing wrong. The barcode's just there for the store. So that's the other part you really don't have to worry about. So now when it comes to coupons, everybody always asks, of course, where do you find them? Where do you get them? How do I order them? People get so many. How do they afford so many? It's crazy. But I tell everybody that coupons are everywhere, and I guarantee you, after I go through these amount of coupons that are here, you're going to realize there are so many coupons out there you don't have to pay for. They're everywhere. They're out there more than you know. One of the first types of coupons, of course, we all know where to get them from. Where else but the newspaper, right? So we get these in the newspaper weekly. Most of the big stores, or most of the big newspapers, give their coupons out. So on Sunday, but some people can get them on the Saturday paper. Not everybody gets them that way. But when you get the newspaper, if you're starting off early, and you're a very, very new beginner, and you're just starting to order newspapers, and you do get the full newspaper, I do a couple things. One, take out your inserts. These are the three main inserts you're going to see. One of them Smart Source, one's Red Plum, and one's P&G. You don't get them every week. If you're not sure what you get, check for the insert schedule. You can Google online just 2017 insert schedule, and you should find the top couple searches will be an insert schedule. Everybody has the same inserts that come out. We may not get the same coupons on the inside. We may get different ones than some other areas, but we will get the right inserts. So if we're expecting 2 Smart Source, we'll get 2 Smart Source. If we're expecting P&G, we'll get P&G. But it just depends on what's on the inside. That really turns different, or makes a difference. But a little trick to these inserts is if you take a look at the side of your inserts, you will be able to see what week it came out of. In this case, mine was from 3/6/2016. So I've been kind of hanging on to these for a little while for the class, you can tell. But these have been around a little while. But it'll tell you where you got the inserts. So for those of you who aren't sure and you're not really sure where you got them from, or if you see somebody posted a deal where it says, you know, it's from 3/6/2016, you can pull the insert up and find the coupon in it. And again, you may not have that coupon, but you'll be able to find the insert. So that's a bonus. But when you get the paper, make sure you grab whatever's in there of these. And the other thing, when you grab the newspaper, real quick, is make sure you grab the ads. Now, some of you may use the Flip app, F-L-I-P-P, and that's okay, because if you use the Flip app, it also gives this ad. So if you don't get the newspaper, you can download that and use that. I like that better. But I also grab the inserts out of my newspaper too, because inside the inserts, and you can get these in store, if you don't get the newspaper, you can still get these in store, but inside the inserts, or inside the ad in the newspaper, a lot of times they actually have, oops, let me see if I can get this in the screen, they actually have the store coupons and some other things. So like Target gives out store coupons, Walgreens has store coupons in their ad, Rite Aid does. So even if you don't get the newspaper and you don't get them, you can go into the store and pick them up in the store. So either way, if you get them in the newspaper, grab them because you may like the coupons that are in them. If you don't get the newspaper, you can always pick them up somewhere else. But it's just something I pull out when I do get the full newspaper, and that way I have the extra coupons from the ads and I don't have to take all the ones out of the store, because there's times people do that too. But that's what I grab out of the newspaper. But if you don't get the full newspaper, and that's okay, there's other options. Everybody has heard about the printing online now. Oops. Coupons.com, this is the type of coupon that comes out of coupons.com. #1 printable site. They only allow you to print 2 coupons per device, so you're limited, but they are a really good site. They're trustable. They're definitely legit site, so that's the first place to start when you're looking for coupons. You can pretty much find a lot of brands there, a lot of different topics, so that's a good place to start when you're printing. You can also find coupons on the regular websites for the 3 inserts. SmartSource.com has one. RedPlum.com has some printable coupons. You're not going to get all the ones that you get in the paper, but there are other options to print there too. So if you can't get these for some reason and you can print, you can also try to print some there. So printable coupons is another option. And when it comes to printable coupons, if you don't see it on coupons.com or you don't see it on one of their other sites, you can also check the manufacturer's website. So in this case, this off-brand was going on sale at one of the stores, and just going to their website had a big printable coupon, and for some reason it printed really big. It was almost half the size of the paper. I don't know why. But, and they may look at you funny in the stores, because I've had them have problems with some of these because they're weird. They're from the actual manufacturer site. But all I've done is shown them, pulled it up on my phone and shown them and said, look, they're advertising this on their website. That's where I got it from. And, you know, most of the time they don't give you too much of a hard time, but sometimes they do. But you can always check the manufacturer's website. So if you like a certain brand or you know one's coming on sale, you know, it doesn't hurt to do a Google search of their website, go to their website and see if there's anything on there for it. But that also goes with contacting companies. So in this case, this was from contacting a company, just asking them, telling them like you like their product, that you know, have never tried their product, a quick email nowadays is really simple, and they send out coupons. Sometimes they're free samples. So sometimes they'll actually offer a free sample and they'll send a coupon with the sample. So you can also do that. Only takes a couple minutes for a couple brands you like. And here's another example of one that came with a free sample. Of course, the sample was probably about the size of this little tag, but it came with a free sample, so I'm going to hang on to the coupon and use it, you know, for a future sale going on. So that's what you could do from sitting at home, making a few printable coupons. You can email the companies. You're sitting at home just collecting coupons, basically, just by taking a couple minutes to check the website out or check or send an email. You can also, for those of you who do smoke, you can sign up for other tobacco companies have coupons out there. I know that it's expensive for those of you who are addicted to cigarettes and other stuff. $2 off 2 cans of chew. They have cigarette coupons. We are not smokers in this house, but we are signed up for every tobacco company out there because I don't care about the coupons necessarily, but they do give away a lot of free things. We've gotten some crazy free things, earbuds, and I had a traveling mug that came with one, and it didn't advertise the company on it. So for those of you who are worried about the earbuds, giving them to your kids, there's no advertising of the tobacco company on there. So you can actually get it for free without doing anything. You just sign up for their website, and you have to be 18 or over because it's a cigarette company, but you know, just sign up and go through their little thing and request it, and it shows up at your door. So not only do you have the coupons, but you may get some free stuff that way. When it comes to in-store, now you might have to leave home for this. So when it comes to going into store, there's also coupons floating around in the middle of the store. One of them, this is what we call the Blinky. Yes, it's called a Blinky because these used to be in the machines. You're looking up the aisle, and they used to actually blink, and you'd pull them out. As a kid, we used to love, I was sent up and down the aisles to pull these out. They used to come out a lot easier. Nowadays, I swear you have to pull one out and stand there for 2 minutes just waiting for another one to come out. So if you want to keep the kids busy and there are ones that can go off and search for coupons, have them search for coupons for you. But check for those Blinkies. I don't think they blink that much anymore. It's rare that you see one that actually blinks. But we still call them Blinkies because that's what we all have grown up and known them as. So make sure, send some kids to go do that. Now when you see some in store like this, I recommend you take 4. Whether you're going to use them or not, you never know if there's a sale coming up because they're manufacturer's coupons. They're sent out by the Smart Source company. So you can use them in other stores. So grab 4, hang on to them, and of course on the back it tells me limit of 4 identical coupons, so that's why I tell you 4, because it still gives that limit even though they're manufacturer's coupons found in the store. So grab them and hang on to them. There's been a couple times when I saw them, turned around, didn't grab them because I was like, no, I'm not going to use this, and it's not something that I'm going to buy. And then a week later I was kicking myself because a huge sale went on, something went down to 25 cents, and they were gone because, of course, the sale, and everybody had taken them already. So when I say when you see them, grab a few. I don't recommend taking more than 4, but grab the few that are ready to use. Another thing to keep an eye out for are the tear pads. And by tear pads, I mean these ones that you take off and they're on a pad and they're easily just torn off. You find these around the store. A lot of times they're in Rite Aid, CVS. They're kind of sitting in the weird spots. But you can find them. The good part about these and the Blinkies, both take a little while to expire because they put them in the store and save them in the store for a little while, and they're hanging there and they're hoping that they're kind of circulating a little while. So they do take a little longer to expire than our normal coupons. So if you can, grab a few of them knowing that there might be a sale coming up. Now in this case, I grabbed 4 like I normally would, but in this case the limit is 2, it says on the back. So you have to be careful though to read the back even if you do grab 4. But those are the Blinky or the tear pad coupons. Another type you might see running around the store are the peelies. And these are the peelies because they have the sticky tape on it and they're stuck to the product. So these are made for the products that they're on. Be careful with these though. One, they're on a product and they're usually made for the product it's on, but sometimes they actually stick them on the smaller ones for you to buy a larger one. So just check the size before you grab them. Plus they sit on the shelves for a really long time, so check the expiration date. There's a lot of times I've picked them up and thinking that it's still a good deal and it expired. So just check the expirations on these peelies to make sure they're not expired before you try to use them. They usually expire at the end of the year, so most of the time you just have to worry when it gets closer to the end of the year that they're not expiring at the end of the year. But I don't recommend you peel 4 of these off unless you're buying the product. I'm not going to admit to how I got this just for my sample, but other than that, I wouldn't recommend you just peeling stuff off the tags. People get mad when they see the tape on there and they miss the deal, and unless you're going to use it and buy it, I wouldn't take off anything actually on the products. And the last type of coupon you can find in the actual store would be your Catalinas. With Catalina coupons, these are the ones that print out in the little Catalina machines. If you're going to self-checkout, they're in a separate machine than your receipt. But if you're going to the regular checkout, that's usually what they hand you. The cashier will hand you your receipt, your change, and a pile of odd coupons on top. These are also ones that get left everywhere in the store. So if you see these, they are good coupons. But they're usually by what you purchase on a regular basis. So I might have been buying some laundry detergent when I got this one because it's Purex laundry detergent. And it might have printed out just because I bought something that was related to it. So, you know, you just get lucky and get a manufacturer's coupon. Now this is one of my trick questions for some of you. And some of you who may be a little more experienced may already know this. But this definitely came from Meijer. It came directly out of Meijer's machine. But it also says manufacturer across the top. So the question to you is, can I use this at Meijer only, or can I use this at other stores? Because again, manufacturer's coupon, but it says Meijer. In this case, this is a Meijer store printed coupon, but since it's a manufacturer's coupon, I can use it anywhere except for CVS because they have it in their coupon policy. Well, Chris, thank you. They do have it in their coupon policy that they do not accept coupons that have another logo on it. So CVS should not take this. Some may, but they shouldn't because it's in their coupon policy. But for most stores, they should take this because it's a manufacturer's coupon. And just like I said in the beginning, if you flip this over on the back, it has a remit address for the store. So if they're not sure, you can tell them the store is not they're going to get their reimbursement back. They're going to get their money back because it tells them how to reimburse it for the store. So this you can use anywhere because it is a manufacturer's coupon. So there are coupons. These are just different types of coupons. So there are a bunch of different ways you can just find manufacturer's coupons, and these are all good for any store that takes coupons. There are a few stores that don't take coupons. Aldi's doesn't take coupons. Big Lots doesn't take coupons. But for any store who does, the manufacturer's coupons will go anywhere. Now the next question is the store coupons. So because you have a manufacturer's coupon and you've collected all those and you've gotten them from the newspapers for the past few weeks, the next thing we want to do is keep an eye out for those store coupons. Store coupons are everywhere. I already said you can find them in the ads. If you go into the store and pick up an ad, you find coupons in there. You can also find them when you sign up for other deals. Oops, let me use this. Now this one was a Target one. I don't know if you can see it. My camera kind of looks funny. But this one came from Target, and it came actually in the mail because I signed up for a baby registry a while ago. And they kept sending me coupons. And this one just happens to be a $10 off of 50 in diapers or wipes. So it was sent in the mail. So anytime you get a chance to sign up for your cards, put your anything. Put your address in there. And some of them send you coupons. And you never know. Like I got this long after my daughter was born, so I hung on to it and, can get diapers later. But, You know, you can sign up for it at any point. Put your address in there. At least one person in your household put your address in so you can get some coupons sent. So the mail's always an option. Another way is to look at the bottom of your receipts. In some cases, CVS and Rite Aid will get these coupons on the bottom of your receipt, and you can clip them off. Check the back of your Kroger receipt, because Kroger has a bunch of hair cutting things. I mean, I told you in the beginning, you can save on everything just by starting to pay attention to coupons. They have hair cutting back there, they have oil changes, all kinds of things like that where you can save anywhere, but check for those coupons too. Of course, this is my biggest pet peeve for everybody out there, and we do not eat out very often. Recently, my husband made fun of me because we have been eating out a lot more than we usually have. It's just, I think I got a taste of eating out again, and it started all over again. But I do not go anywhere without the coupons. If I don't have a coupon for it, we don't eat out, definitely. There's no way. When I start seeing the prices of Burger King and McDonald's, there's no way that I want to spend that much money on food. And even with coupons, I think it's ridiculous. But I still am not going to eat unless it's a coupon or sale. So check the paper for your food coupons and all kinds of those deals. And it doesn't hurt to have them with you. I keep them with me all the time just in case we get, you know, hey, I want to eat out kind of thing. I keep the coupons with me at all times in my binder, just like everything else, because I want to be able to get those deals just like I would with anything. The other thing are store coupons in store. Some of them have booklets, like Walgreens. This came out of the Walgreens booklet that is found right inside the store near their ads, and they have a full booklet of it every month. So check the stores. If you don't know if the store has it, ask them. I walk into the weirdest stores sometimes, Lowe's and Staples, and just ask them if they have any kind of coupons laying around that they have going on, or something, promotions going on, and they usually know what's going on or point you in the right directions. Sometimes in the healthcare departments, like CVS in the healthcare, or Rite Aid in the healthcare departments, or even Kroger in the in the pharmacy department, definitely check those areas. You never know what you're going to find kind of just in the store as the coupon books. Now, they could be manufacturer's coupons, so you might check them. They may send you to one of those, but sometimes they'll have store coupon booklets specifically for the store. So it doesn't never hurt to ask. What are they going to tell you? No? That was one of those things I've always learned in my life, is the worst thing anybody could ever say is no. And, ooh, wow. If you ask a question, they can tell you no, but it's not going to hurt you if somebody just says no, they don't have coupons. Whereas the best case scenario, they say, hey, here's a pack of coupons, and you saved yourself some money, right? So now you have a manufacturer's coupons, you found them, you've collected them, you've gotten a hold of some store coupons, and you've collected them. Those can be stacked together. The third and final thing are the rebates. And in some cases, we talked about the Catalina coupons that pop out at the register. Sometimes we get these things, oops, I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to put it up there. This is a Catalina, just like the other ones, but this is actually an advertisement from Aveeno. And in this case, Aveeno was sponsoring this little advertisement saying that, telling people that if you bought Aveeno products between these certain dates, Kroger would print out a coupon for $3 off your next order if you bought 2 Aveenos during this date from 4/25 to 6/5. Now this is an old one, so don't go by this one, but it was just an advertisement, and it's more of a rebate saying that if you bought these 2, whether you used coupons or not, as long as you bought 2, you would get $3 back at the register. So these are the same thing as a rebate, basically, but it's an instant rebate nowadays with the Catalina coupons, where as long as you bought them, you got your coupon. And when it says on your next order or on your next shopping trip, it's sponsored by the company, and it's usually printed out just like a manufacturer's coupon, and it'll say manufacturer's coupon. So guess what? You can use it anywhere. And just because I got this from Kroger, and I bought my 2 Aveeno, and I got my $3 coupon back from that rebate, if it says manufacturer's coupon on it, it's good anywhere. There's also one other rebate that you can go with. And some of you, and I've had this happen a lot in my classes, some of you may look at it and go, I don't buy alcohol, right? I wouldn't even have looked at this because it's for, I don't know, it looks like Stella something. I don't have any idea. But I wouldn't normally pick this up because it's not the type, it's not something I would normally grab. But I picked it up, took a look at it, and it's for gourmet cheese. It's not anything to do with alcohol whatsoever. And if you could see it real close, I don't know how much of it you can see, it actually says on there for gourmet cheese. I did not have to purchase alcohol whatsoever in this rebate. It was a complete rebate back for $4 back if you bought gourmet cheese, gourmet crackers, or bakery breads. And as long as I bought something that was $4 or over, I'd get $4 back. So in this case, I got a thing of cheese was this big that I ended up picking up, real tiny. Never would have bought it. But it's a chance to try something just by picking up a rebate, and I didn't have to buy the alcohol. So keep an eye out for these, especially around the holidays, for Labor Day weekend, when it's time to buy the meat and do all that. Budweiser does sponsors, and Coors sponsors rebates that are out there, but you don't have to buy the alcohol. One was for meat I got one time, so I got free meat. So keep an eye out for that. You don't have to buy the alcohol just to get that rebate back. And of course, everyone has been getting into some of those. Sorry, I don't want to be making a lot of noise with the thing. A lot of people have been getting into the rebates with the digital version. That's the same thing with coupons. Check digital coupons before you check any of your manufacturers, before you check your store coupons, before you do any of these paper coupons. Check your digital coupons to see if there's one that you can use in place of your paper coupon. Because if you can use one and save your paper coupon, you can use the paper coupon somewhere else. So check those. Check your rebates online too. All those apps out there, Ibotta, Checkout 51. Check those rebates too to make sure you can not only get paper coupons, because those are slow. We got the more technical ones now, when the more instant ones where we can do apps now where you just upload your receipt. So you can also get them that way. So I hope all of that part makes sense. You have manufacturer's coupons now, you have store coupons, and then you have a rebate. So those are three ways right there, just off the top of your head, that you can kind of see how we stack the different ways to save the money. Now to put it all together, I'll give you a deal idea on how we pull this whole thing together and how we actually end up with paying nothing out of pocket. 'Cause some of you are probably still like, I still don't get it. How do we put all this together? So one of the things, Right Guard, this is my little sample thing. Typically, I don't know if anybody's out there, but how much do you think this is typically at, let's say, Rite Aid? At a Rite Aid. Anybody have any idea what this would be at a Rite Aid? Any guesses? This Right Guard, $4.99. We have a winner. About $4.99. You're right. It's ridiculous. Let me tell you. That's high robbery. It is $4.99. There is no way in my lifetime ever even making any money. I wouldn't even want to buy this rich at $4.99. I just think that's insane. Normally, instead of this, of course, most people go to the dollar store and grab a $1 body wash for their men. Whatever. Who cares how runny it is? But they would go buy the cheap stuff because I'm not paying $4.99. Now, at Kroger or something, you might get it for $3.29. But on those other places that I talked, Rite Aid, $4.99 easily. So, if this was typically $4.99 at a Rite Aid, we would do a couple things. One of the first things you want to do is you want to sign up for a card for all these stores. Anywhere that has a rewards card, sign up for your cards. If you don't already have signed up, sign up for them. Make sure you have them up to date. Make sure your address is up to date so you get any coupons in the mail that they send, if they do send any. But sign up for a card. That's your first goal. Make sure you have Plenty card for Rite Aid. Make sure you have a CVS card for CVS. Make sure you have a Kroger card for Kroger. All these cards are important. I cannot stand when somebody goes into the store and they're in front of me and they say, "Do you have a store card?" Yeah, that's another pet peeve. Because one, most of these stores offer a sale price if you have their card. So even if this is $4.99, walking into the store and just using this silly card or your phone number nowadays, you can at least save $1. So let's just say they had a sale on this. They were giving you $1 off. It was $3.99 only if you had the card. So we did that. Saved $1 automatically. Now we're down to $3.99. Well, good news is, oops, in the ad, because we picked it up this week or we walked into the store and grabbed it, in the ad they have $1 off. This is a sample idea too. This is not going on right now, but this is just to show you how it all works. We have $1 off already. In the ad this week, there's another $1 off for the store coupon, just by picking up the ad. What they want to do is they want you to look at their ad, and they want to collect these because they want to see who's actually paying attention to their ads. So in other words, you're doing them a favor, right? So now we added another $1 off. We're down to $2.99. So right there is a huge deal. Big deal right there. $2.99 sale. But because you are so smart, you picked up those coupons the past couple weeks, and 2 weeks ago, not this past week, but 2 weeks ago, because we hung on to it, there was a manufacturer's coupon in the newspaper for $1.50 off. So just because you were smart, you hung on to those coupons, you didn't use them right away, and you waited till a good sale came on, you had $1.50 off. So now, because you had a store coupon and $1.50 off and another $1 off for their sale, you only have to pay $1.49. That's a great deal already, right? That's $1.49. Funny part is, we're not done. $1.49 may be a perfect deal. It may be better than most people would have paid, or most people would have paid the full price for. But we paid $1.49, and on top of that, they also, and this is a CVS card, I know we were talking about Rite Aid, but they were giving back your rewards, and this is my sample of my rewards. Sometimes they'll give you gift cards, sometimes they'll give you points, sometimes they'll give you extra care bucks at CVS. There are all different types of rewards out there, so each store usually has different kinds. Some don't have any at all. But if you're going to a place that gives back rewards, in this case they gave back $1 in rewards. So I paid $1.49, but they gave me money back so that I can use later. So now I'm actually only paying 49 cents for it. I paid the $1.49, but I still have that $1 to use. So technically I paid 49 cents for that, and I can use the other money later. And then that's not even it. On top of that, we still haven't even used rebates. So in this case, Ibotta happened to have a 50-cent rebate on any Right Guard product at the time. So now I'm taking another 50 cents, this is on my phone, another 50-cent rebate by uploading the receipt after I paid for it. Well, that turns out to be a 1-cent moneymaker. Didn't include tax, because we don't count tax. Tax means nothing to us anymore. We have to pay tax no matter what we do, so we don't want to include that. But we have 1 cent out of pocket for something that originally cost us $4.99, which is absolutely insane. The funny part about it is most cashiers don't understand how this process works, so you may run into a lot of people that will complain, and as soon as they see that you're only paying $1.49 or you're only paying 50 cents, sometimes out of pocket, they'll sit there and act like it's coming out of their pocket. If that's the case, this is why I'm showing this to you, because I want you to be able to explain this to them. We're not robbing the store. Oops. The first time I ever did this, I felt like I was robbing the store. I walked out of something, I walked out of the store, and I swear I couldn't believe I walked out with something for free. It felt like I was stealing. I was like, was I supposed to do this? Is this something that's normal? It's possible. There's no bad thing about this. The good part about it is we're just having other people pay for us. So in the case of the sale price, the store's covering the cost. The store coupons, the store's covering the cost. The manufacturer's coupon, the manufacturer pays for the cost. And then the very end, the rewards, the store pays for it, and the rebates, the manufacturer. So overall, you're getting the manufacturer and the store to pay for a lot of your product. And they're just kind of splitting the bill for you. You're not, you pay for whatever else they don't pay for. So there's times when we do have to pay for something, but you're only paying what they don't cover. So they're not missing anything. They're not losing any money on the deal. They are just splitting the cost of the product. And you're kind of throwing in your part too, every once in a while. So I hope that makes a little more sense about how we are putting together an entire deal, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the sales, you're looking for the coupon, the manufacturer's coupon, you're looking for the store coupons, and then you're looking for the rebates back to help kind of cover up the rest of it that you still have to put some money out towards. So we want to package it together that way where other people pay the deal. So there's a few things, of course, to keep in mind when it comes to overall all of this. Number one, only buy an item when it's on sale. So get to know what your lowest price is. That goes with number 4. Know your top dollar or your lowest price, what you're going to pay the most out of. Certain things in my household are sold constantly. I mean, I buy it constantly. Certain things in your house you're going to buy constantly. You may already know what your top dollar is for some of this, but start to pay attention to it. If Coke in my household is one of those things that we go through like crazy, I know that a 12-pack of soda, a Coke, I don't pay any more than $3 for. If it's higher than $3, no, I'm not buying it, because that's, I know, is my top dollar amount. Every once in a while I find it for $2.50 a case of 12-pack, and that's the time when I know it's like, oh, grab extras. So that's what you need to pay attention to. Those things that you normally buy in your household, start with that. Start with things that you normally purchase. Milk, bread, eggs, all those simple things. Pay attention to what you pay for, and keep that in mind next time you go buy it. That, hey, I paid 99 cents for a thing of eggs. I'm not paying any more than that. Or I only paid $1.49 for a gallon of milk. I'm not paying any more than that. It's going to make you start realizing how much you don't pay attention to the sales that you need to start paying attention to. Number 2, don't buy anything without a coupon. This is when the plan comes in place from the beginning. If you don't have a plan, you're going to buy stuff that's off the coupons, or that you don't have coupons for. Don't take people with you who are going to buy stuff just to buy stuff. My husband is the worst for this. If he sees a pizza and he wants a pizza, he's going to buy a pizza. So don't take people like that with you. If you have to, stop them. They're not allowed to throw things in your cart. But don't buy it unless you have a coupon for it, or unless it's really on clearance and it's worth it. Number 3, understand how the store works. Every time you go into the store, you're going to learn something new. Read the coupon policies, download them online. They're all online. You can kind of Google search them. Check out the register. I like the self-checkout. That way I can see the register, take things off. I can learn it a little bit better. Know your corporate numbers in case you need to call them and ask them questions. It never hurts to ask a question in store. Sometimes it's better to ask ahead of time, hey, I have this coupon, am I allowed to use it? It's simple. It's either a yes or no, and you don't waste the time to pick up all the stuff and can't use it. And number 5, if you get something for free, buy a few. So pretty simple with that one. I said in the beginning, you don't have to stock up for more than 3 months. After 3 months, you don't have to. But if it's something for free, you know, it doesn't hurt to grab a few extra to last you a little longer in case this next sale is 50 cents, not free. So, of course, it's not going to hurt any more out of pocket if you're going to get it for free anyway. So I hope all that kind of covered and explained some of how how this all works out. And this is only the beginning. This is the first class of 3. This was the first one, so if some of you kind of already knew some of this, I apologize. It's just some of you may not have really put it together, because I'm sure most of you know it. It's just not a matter of paying attention to it until you see it happen. But it makes you understand where else there's coupons at, and what else is out there, and what other options are out there for you. if you would like, I'm going to work on trying to get the next 2 classes to do online. They're a little more complicated to do online because they're a little more hands-on and more visual, I guess. So I'm gonna try to get them. Plus, they're a little longer. They're each 2.5 hours, but they do build on this one. So I'd like to offer it to everybody who took this one, and I'd like to get it out there so people can get a little more out of this. But I'm working on it, so you have to bear with me and kind of let me work on the next 2 out there, because this was a trial one to try to get out for as many people who can't get out of the house, or they're too far away, or today was a rainy day here in Lexington, so I was glad to not have to go anywhere, so I'm sure you were too. But it's just so much better to have a little more visual, and I know most of you probably would like to see it a little bit more broken down than just kind of told and following all these blogs everywhere. And you can get overwhelmed with blogs, which is why the next class kind of breaks it down a little bit more. I want to show you a little bit more of what blogs to use and how to use it, a little bit more about each store. The next one brings down all the stores and gives you a little more heads up about that. And then the final class, I want to put together deals and help you break it down so that you're not spending 6 hours planning and 6 hours shopping. We don't want to do that. So if anybody has any questions, you're more than welcome to comment on this video afterwards. Send your friends here to do videos. I apologize for the beginning of the video. I did a lot of chattiness trying to get it started, but I'm glad a lot of you made it. And I will try to get that other one up for you as soon as possible. And I appreciate you all being here, so thank you for all joining me in the groups and the classes and everything else, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, y'all.